Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I always say, whatever you want, you have to go after it out here. You have to fight for it. You cannot be passive out here. So when you're out and about and you see women that you're attracted to, sometimes, man, you just gotta approach her. You gotta get at her. So somebody, a long-time listener, wanted to know some things that I do, kind of like on a weekly basis in my social interactions with women or just people in general. You know, if I'm out and about, for example, if I see a woman that I'm attracted to, the first thing I do, I try to make eye contact. Now, when I say eye contact, I'm not talking about staring in the woman's eye or staring at her like you're some weirdo. Not like that. The first thing I try to do is I try to get eye contact. I try to get eye contact by either getting in her presence or asking her a question or just trying to get her attention in some type of way. And this is not a one and all be all type of deal. This is going to depend on where I'm at. If I'm in a bookstore, Barnes and Noble, for example, and she's reading a book that I've read before, I'll ask questions about the book. It's kind of like throwing bait out there. I throw a hook. The hook is the question, which is the bait. And if I get a response the way I would like, I'll follow up with more conversation. So, but even before I do that, I try to get eye contact, because if people aren't paying you any attention, it's going to be very hard for them, to say very much of anything to you. If people aren't paying attention to you, you can't make eye contact with somebody that's not, paying attention to you. So I try to kind of find a common ground. So I'll approach. If I have eye contact, I'll approach, ask questions, follow up with more questions, and I'll let her do most of the talking. See, us guys, we like to dominate the conversation or whatever. No, the more she talks, the more that tells me that I'm headed in the right direction. Because see, the more I can get her to talk, the more I can get her to feel comfortable with me. And then from there, I usually give a little compliment, because we might be talking about something that interests her, or maybe she's dressed in a certain type of way. She might have on nice shoes. She might have on something that's different. I try to find something that's different about her, because women are very much into their shoes. That's a big thing when it comes to women. Their shoes and their hair. That's very big. So if you give a woman a compliment about her hair and her shoes, oh, you might knock it out the park with that. That's going to really get her attention, because they put a lot of time in the shoes, the hair, the makeup. If she got some makeup, personally, I'm not a big fan of makeup, but hey, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Maybe you might be a makeup guy. Perfectly fine, But the whole idea is to find things that she likes. And you can only do that by having a conversation with her. You can only, you have to find some type of common ground, common interest between you and her. And hopefully, you can follow that up with a conversation. But you're never going to do that if you can't get her attention. So, because you have to understand, people are busy. When you're out in public, you're at the store, you're walking down the street, you're at the gym, whatever you're doing, people are very busy. People are busy doing whatever they're doing. They're in their own state of mind. You don't know what happened to them before you saw them. Maybe she just got off the phone and got some bad news. Maybe she just got from work. Maybe she's stressed. Maybe she's married. Maybe she got a boyfriend. Maybe she got kids. Maybe the kid's sick. Who knows? So if someone doesn't want to talk to you, don't take it serious, because you don't know this person from a can of paint. So it doesn't really matter, you know. So if you get past, you know, the eye contact, approaching her, making her comfortable, having conversations, giving her a compliment, then I usually go for a light touch, like a touch on the arm. You know, no more than that. You know. Now, it's been some times at the end of the conversation, I've gotten a hug. It's been some, but I didn't actually mean to go for the hug. It was kind of like a organic, mutual thing. You know, so sometimes I get carried away. You know, it's not a right or wrong thing, but it's never backfired on me before, because I built such rapport with this woman in a short amount of time, so fast. So by the time, you know, it's time for me to get a little touch on the arm, or I might like play around a little bit. So by the time I'm done going through all that, and when it's time for me to leave, it's okay to get a hug from her, because we built that little rapport within that short period of time. And, you know, this automatically happens. It's been some times where I felt like after I gave a woman a hug and I left, I was like, oh man, maybe I went too far. But I didn't. I didn't go too far. That's what I thought, but I didn't. And the reason why I said that, because some people don't like being touched. It's by strangers. That's why I say that. But at the same time, some women, if they have high attraction toward you, they'll let it slide. They might not be feeling it. They might not like being touched. But if they have high attraction, they'll tolerate it. So if you try, say if you tap a woman on her arm, or you probably like maybe bump into her just playing around or whatever, if she doesn't like it, you have to be able to pick up on it and then fall back a little bit, you know, if she doesn't like it. Because like I said, some people don't like being touched. Some people don't, if they don't know you, you can't touch them at all. So you just have to be aware, and you have to pick up on stuff like this, you know. But you're only gonna be able to pick up on this by just having a conversation, and you have to pay attention to her body language. If a woman is standing in front of you, like mano a mano, that's a good sign that she's interested in what you're talking about. If she's standing on the side of you, like looking to the like opposite direction, or kind of like in a at an angle, that's a bad sign. Your best bet is just end that conversation and keep it moving. But if she's standing in front of you, that's a good sign. You know. So these are just some of the stuff that I do on a regular basis, and I automatically do this. I don't have to think about it, because I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm a very sociable person. I like being around people. I'm a people person. But you might not be necessarily a people person. And if that's the case, you can learn. You know, you don't have to. Everyone gets nervous. Everyone is a little bashful. That's kind of normal. You know, I don't know anyone that's like always an extrovert, or I don't know anyone that's just one thing. Some people say, "Oh, I'm an extrovert or introvert." I'm both. I'm just not the same all the time. But if whatever you're not good at, you can get good at. Everything is just a skill. It's just a skill set. Whatever you are not good at, or you don't know, you just have to educate yourself and get good at it. Everything is learnable. You can figure out almost anything today with the power of the internet, and you can meet people all over the world today. So the possibilities are endless. So these just a couple things that you can use to become more attracted to women. So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share this video, and check out my Patreon by clicking the link below. So tell me, what are some of the things that you do that makes you much more attracted to women? So until next time, I'm out. Peace.